Okie doke, I just got off work here, and today we're starting in the character skill shop because Unleashed has actually made a bunch of updates while I've been at work these past couple days. And a couple of them were simple speech bubble fixes, so that's all worked out. He's got that all fixed. On certain screen resolutions, it didn't show the text properly inside of all the speech boxes, so he went back and fixed that. And he went back and also made some changes to a couple of figures. He made Goku Black a lot better, so if Rock and Robo played Hero Colosseum on PC, then he could look forward to that, but I guess not this time. And he also updated, I forget which other figure he made changes to. So if he would like to go ahead and leave a note on that, that'd be awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and just go over the other skills he's added. And it's really cool what he's done here with a lot of these, because the idea behind them is to sort of reference how you could stat your characters in certain ways. And I think it was Dokkan, he said. And here are some of the new skills he's added. So we have HP up, Master HP 25. When it's below 25%, plus 10% to Master HP once only. It's actually not bad. And then, oh, you know what? I apologize. No. This is in reference to the Super Dragon Ball Heroes game, where if you put certain cards on the back, they would regain their HP and stamina, I think he said. So that's really cool that he's implemented that in some sort of way. And then there's, let's see here, we have STA up, Master HP 25. The Master HP is below 25%, plus 700 tone attack, defense, and speed once only. And then he's also added plus 250 to own attack at start of turn 1 when you are in level 99. That's honestly kind of good. Honestly, that is not a bad skill at all. Then there's one for defense and one for speed. Alright, that's awesome. And he's also made a couple more updates, I think, to some of the other character models. And one of them I know was, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but he made Goten and Trunks Super Saiyan in the first part of the game, where when you battle them, they'll be Super Saiyan to start off with, instead of just the base forms. And last time we went ahead and we took care of Hercule, and we took care of Boo. So now we are up to Piccolo. And thankfully at this point, we already know that we can just skip past all the dialogue. And one thing I do want to say is, I personally don't care how many views I get. I just appreciate anyone in general giving it a look, because my main goal here is to not really so much promote myself at all. I'd rather promote the skilled, and what in my opinion are the skilled content creators who put a lot more work into their stuff. They're a lot more into this than I am. Being Rock and Robo, Like the Dude, Raven Gaming, Unleashed. Honestly, I'm surprised if anyone who's been watching this channel at this point has not heard me mention them. And let's see, I don't need to read any of the story, because once more, the custom text we don't have to worry about until, I want to say it was Ultra Instinct Goku, and then the one with Ginyu. And one thing I do really want to thank Unleashed for as well, which in my opinion is awesome. He did not have to do this at all for me. I really, really appreciate it though. He's been linking my playthrough on his mod pages, so that's pretty awesome. I appreciate that, buddy. And yeah, I'm enjoying the mod so far, and apparently a lot of other people are enjoying it, the mod themselves, so that's pretty cool. To me, Hero Colosseum is just very, very fun. And it is, in my opinion, the best battle sim that they have ever made, because you can mix and match however you want to your liking. It's simple but complex at the same time, and there's no touchscreen minigame involved that you gotta worry about, and there's no banners you have to worry about either. You can mix and match however you want to your liking. Big Monk has had better explanations on that since he's more familiar with Dokkan. If anyone has any input on Dokkan, then feel free to comment on that. I'm like the most noob of a Dokkan player that you'll ever meet. I've never touched it. So, if anyone would like to fill me out on that, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind learning, at least learning about it, so. Yes, I do catch myself doing dumb stuff like that all the time whenever I repeating the same filler word over and over. I'm trying to get better at that so it's not so annoying. Like, I'm not trying to irritate anybody when I do this. I just want to, like, showcase the mod and provide, you know, the general public with something to listen to other than just the game. I mean, if that's the sort of thing. If not, then, you know, I welcome you to go ahead and mute my stupid voice while you're listening to something else in the background. Because I'll say it right now for everyone, I am definitely not good at this. And I think Muggs has sort of a natural talent for it because he works in the entertainment business, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm shocked that the guy's not exhausted on a lot of his videos usually, because I think I've actually asked him this before. He works 12-hour shifts, and I just can't for the life of me imagine what that's like. That must be hell to go through. And throughout all of that, I am metaphorically facepalming really, really hard right now. Apologies. I'm going to go ahead and restart, and I'll show off all their skills after I go ahead and pull off a victory here, which hopefully I should be doing that anyway. But, I keep, like, half forgetting a lot of the time that Unleash has made all these changes to a lot of these figures. So I just want to show them all off so that no one has to go back and look at it themselves or download the mod themselves to look at it. So, again, apologies in advance for that. I'm going to go ahead, I'll restart after I win here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll look at the changes he's made. I think he also mentioned to me he's added more skills to everybody so that they have, what's the word I'm looking for? They have max use for all their slots. There we go. And if anyone's wondering why I didn't get to this yesterday, it's because it just was not a good shift for me. Towards the latter half, it was incredibly busy, and to give everyone a bit of education on how it is in roadside assistance. So there's the regular customers who are unfortunately broken down on the side of the road with their own personal vehicles, and then there are what are called Isuzu and Mitsubishi Fuso calls. Those are generally truck calls, and those require a bit more pushing back because obviously when you run a business you want to spend as little as possible, or you at least want it to be fair, or worst case scenario, just above fair. And what ended up happening was a lot of the Isuzu dealers that I was reaching out to, they just didn't have anyone available, or they just weren't answering. Yeah, they just weren't answering. And then I tried reaching out to a couple of my peers. I can only get through to one, and thankfully he went ahead and gave me the okay to do it. It was a bit pricey, but it was late at night. So there was a lot of pushback when it comes to those truck calls, so What ended up happening was I stayed 54 minutes past the time I was actually supposed to get off. And that was not fun. I was pretty hungry the whole time. I got that call, I think, not even 2 minutes before I was actually supposed to leave and go home. So I got lucky. And really quick, let's just go ahead and look at these skills, as well as character skills for all the figures in this battle. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Probably do just one more. Wish this would hurry up and load. Okay. Yeah, I know how to play the game. Okay, so let's see. Comrade in Arms. Place on a trigger square for plus 300 defense. Your defense and 172 defense allies on the field. I think that might be yes, Android 17 from Dragon Ball Super. If I'm not mistaken. And then there's this. Attack up HP 50. If your HP falls below 50% from an attack, the turn this was placed. Plus 500 to your own attack. Place on a square for plus 5% damage dealt by all allies on the field. Stacks during that turn only. Okay, so his character skills are pretty straightforward. Let's take a look at Gohan. And in Fury, Colosseum of Doom. Place on a square for plus 100% to ultimate attack age repeatable. God, really? I suppose I should have expected that. I got very lucky. I got through that on the first try without any issues. Okay, so let's see. Attack up KDA if ally's HP is 0 at the end of the turn. This place plus 500 to your attack. So sort of like Future Gohan, somewhat. And then Colosseum of Doom, another skill for Gohan here. Place in the front row for 700 down defense, repeatable. Gauge down every turn, that's straightforward. Fighting Spirit for Goku here. There's score for plus 500 to attack, plus 300 to the defense, repeatable. I don't know if that's that's the regular skill. Because he's in the front, it does make sense. And then, let's see, he's got attack up KDA. Okay, we already went over that one. Okay, that's a little bit broken, in my opinion here. Place in the front row for plus 700 to attack, repeatable. Okay, so thankfully I have a damage reduction deck. So I got off scot-free with that. Then we have Krillin here. Place on a trigger square to swap your attack and speed values. Repeatable. And then, let's see, he's also got if Master Switch falls below 50%, end of turn. 700 defense. Okay, so he's got ultimate gauge down. And then he's got STA up 01. Place alone for 3 times to your attack, defense, and speed stacks during that turn only. That's slightly broken. Oh, you know what? It's yeah. I don't think the AI would put him out by himself. Oh crap! The time's almost done. And then place on the trigger square for plus 1000 to your attack. 300 attack allies on the field stacks during that turn only. That's fair. And then Vegeta doesn't have anything too crazy, it looks like, so we're good there. We can go ahead and exit, move on to the next one. And I think I'm actually going to do something else with that. I think since they're technically not even placing the figures on the field unless, you know, it shows the placements for me in the beginning. I mean, I can't help that. I'd rather just, because I feel like if I'm going to need the Spirit Bomb, then I want to be able to get it as soon as possible. So I think what I'm going to do going forward here is look at all their character skills and changes, and then I'll go ahead and I'll restart it, knowing that, or I'll pick a deck that's going to help me more with it, and then that way we're wasting overall less time here. So this is a very speed-focused team, and he gave Colosseum of Doom skill to Frieza here. Place 100 square for plus 750 to your speed, and swap your attack and speed values repeatable. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. And then let's see what he's got for character skills. 350 to your and allies' defense when you are attacked. That's very useful. And then Colosseum of Doom, plus 700 attack, repeatable. Gauge down, nothing crazy there. True Fear, place 7 charge, score for plus 500 to your speed, and minus 150 speed to opponents on the field, repeatable. Place for 350 to your allies' defense when you are attacked. Place in the front row for 700 to own speed, repeatable. And then ultimate gauge down every turn, nothing crazy there. Miraculous Power, Colosseum of Doom for Dodoria here. Place on a score for plus 1.5 times to your attacks. Stacks are that turn only. And let's see, attack down SP. If Master's HP falls below 50% by the end of turn, so minus 700 attack to all opponents on the field. Defense down SP. If Master's HP falls below 50% by the end of a turn, minus 500 defense to all opponents on the field. And then it'll gauge down every turn. And then let's look at Vegeta here, Saiyan Prince. 1,000 to his attack, and his Dexter on that turn only, thank God. Or rather, thank Unleashed. And then, let's see, place in the front row for plus 700 to own attack, repeatable. Back up. As long as you put them in the front, that stacks. That's neat. And then plus, place for 500 defense to own Master, Dexter on that turn only. We'll gauge down every turn. Okay, so that's pretty much all the figures. Go ahead and actually do the fight. And I expect most of these not to be too much of an issue, thankfully, and I'll go ahead and I'll mention this for him, even though he's already done so on his channel. Unleashed went ahead and playtested the heck out of his mod here. He made sure to go through every single fight, just to make sure that they are all beatable. Like, yes, they are harder, and yes, they have higher Master HP, and they have stronger figures as well, obviously, but they're still beatable. So it's not like some kind of unfair Kaizo Mario level hack where you just have to keep using save states to get through it. They did a lot to Goku with the changes that Unleashed has made to him. That's quite painful. Hopefully Zarbon died. I'm lucky here, Frieza will die too. That was a big one. And what I'm going to do next here is play it safe. I'm going to go ahead and put Gogeta over here. Start building him up. If I take some master damage down the middle, it's not a big deal. Excuse me. So I'm going to try to go second again. And that is another really great thing about this deck. It pretty much either evens out or counters the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock entirely. You're going to be putting Evolved Vegeta out there a lot, and usually behind Vados. So that is another reason why I don't have Bardock in that other iteration of my deck that I showed off before. And yeah, I think that's an overall better change. He's usually going to be safe behind Vados. He's going to just keep gaining attack and speed, and he's going to have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, provided I can keep him safe. He's going to be decreasing the amount of damage that he'll be taking each turn. And I do this, usually I'll start building up Gogeta if Super Saiyan 4 Goku gets low. I mean, obviously I want to keep stacking damage reduction, but there's only so many times you can do that without playing it too risky, and then you end up just letting the enemy snowball into a win on their end, so that is why I do that. And even then, you could also just put Super Saiyan 4 Goku here behind Gogeta, and then attempt to outspeed and hopefully either kill a figure or two, or just sweep them entirely. Which has happened quite often with this deck. So this, again, this is a very, very great deck that Mug's shown on this channel. I just made my own little tweak to it. I personally think it's slightly better. And because I've had Vegeta out on the field pretty much each time, I easily outspeed 2 of his figures now. Then again, I do have 3 figures, so... eh. Okay, so thankfully, these 2 battles weren't as difficult, but don't you worry, I expect it to get far more difficult, especially once we get, I want to say, toward TN. And that is going to basically do it for this part. And let me just go ahead and get a preview of who we got next. Thankfully the weekend is coming up, so I'll have more time to do this, and I want to go ahead and thank Raven Gaming while I'm here, because it was awesome that he did that for me. I really appreciate. He gave me a shout out on his channel for my birthday that's coming up on this Saturday. Me and my fraternal twin brother were both turning 29 here, so getting older, but I can't really prevent that. And then let's go ahead and see who's next for our next part. Okay, so Frieza, we took care of Piccolo and Frieza. Next we've got our first battle with Goku, and then Yamcha. So look forward to that, and I will catch you guys later. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to everybody, honestly. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.